America and Ukraine are zombifying all people. I am a Russian blogger. I have 4 million subscribers on YouTube. I am well versed in politics and history. I have been to Ukraine. I have lived in Ukraine. I have many friends from there. I am well acquainted and know much more than someone from the West. I am so amused now by the illiteracy and lack of education of people from different countries. They are like cats ready to lap up any milk that they will be given on a platter. They believe that Putin is the most evil person in the whole world. They think that he is bored, so he started a special operation. They do not understand the relationship. They do not understand the concept of cause and effect. They only see the effect. I'll give you an example from life. Imagine that your phone was stolen. Be caught and beat this person for his act, and then the journalists cut out the footage and showed to our internet only a fragment where you beat a person and you began to be hated for it. The same thing happened with Ukraine and Russia. People from all over the world did not see how Ukraine demolished monuments to the Russian military, how Ukrainians banned St. George ribbons and beat Russian veterans who wore them on their territory. They did not see how Nazism flourished in Ukraine, how they shouted to burn all Russians there, went to huge rallies and called for it. People do not even know how and why this special operation began. So I'll tell you about it now. Ukraine has been blowing up and shelling the breakaway Ukrainian city of Donetsk for 9 years. Both Ukrainians and Russians live there. Zelensky did not fulfill the Minsk agreements, ignored the head of Donetsk and kept silent about the situation there. For 9 years, hundreds of thousands of people have died there, and everyone was silent. The head of Donetsk turned to Russia for help and asked to join Donetsk to a part of Russia. Putin agreed, and then Russia began to destroy the Nazis who were killing residents of Donbass. Nobody gave a fuck about the Donbass, just like everyone gave a fuck about all the wars that America unleashed. Do you know how many countries America shelled and bombed over the next 20 years? Do you know how many people America has killed? I'll list it to you. 2001 war in Afghanistan, 2003 invasion of Iran, 2008 war in South Ossetia, 2008 invasion of Pakistan, 2011 war in Libya. 2013 to 2017 the war in Syria, 2014 the war in Ukraine, 2015 the missile strike on Yemen, and this is only a small part. Russia doesn't even have water in this small list of the USA. Americans blame Putin for the fact that their coffee at Starbucks costs twice as much as a week ago, that their prices have soared. They don't think about the fact that their coffee costs twice as much because Biden gives their money to Ukraine to cause a huge conflict and war. They don't think about it. Don't they understand that Biden is imposing sanctions against Russia not because he loves Ukraine so much and is trying to restrain Russia, but for example because Biden is afraid for his son's business in Ukraine? Many people are not aware that many residents of Donbass consider Putin a liberator and almost pray for him, as people are shocked that for the first time in 9 years they live without shelling. There are many videos of thanks to Putin from these people. And it's not fake. There are a lot of fakes in Ukraine. There have already been many revelations, even about how their Nazis blew up the theater and blamed the Russians for it. Do you really think that a country with a lot of truth will spread and create a fake? What Ukraine is doing now is ridiculous. Zelensky releases TV series and nonsense with subtitles in English on his Instagram account. It's very funny. Aren't you surprised by a bunch of videos in which Ukrainian people approach Russian tanks, shout nasty things to tankers, and they don't destroy them? Does that bother you? The Russian military walk around the city past passers-by and do not touch them. Does it surprise you? Ukrainians are shouting that the Russians are waging a full-scale war. And so, if Russia wanted to destroy the civilian population of Ukraine, they would have done it in a day.